morning. It is Tuesday morning. It's a little bit later in the day. Actually, I wasn't gonna vlog today because I'm filming 3 main channel videos today. I already filmed 2. Let me just sit down. I'm filming 3 main channel videos today, and 2 of them already filmed, and I'm doing another shop with me. Like, you guys love them so much, and it makes me so happy to see that my main channel has been filled with so much positivity and appreciation. It's truly like transformed, and it's been so unbelievable. And for any of you guys that watch this channel that go over to that channel and leave positive comments, it means the absolute world to me. Today I'm gonna do another Zara one. People really like the Zara one, and I know they have new stuff in. I wanted to do more like a fall, like more like I pretty much got a lot of fall stuff in my first one because with the collection that was out, but I wanted to really focus on fall stuff. Like, I got like a jacket and things like that, but I wanted to bring in more sweaters and jackets and things like that, because in the first one I'm like reflecting back on what I got, and I got like a lot of really good stuff, but I feel like it wasn't fall focused. It's kind of a blend of like end of summer and essentials and a little bit of fall, but I wanted to go more into that. Also, of course, I'm wearing Venice Beverly Mini Lux, and then our Beverly Mini Lux Lariat, which is on purpose like long so you can see you can put it in your cleavage. I'm gonna put a bra under. I just had this on because I was just filming and I had it just to look more effortless. But yeah, that's basically, I'm gonna go to Zara again. I just finished filming those 2 videos. I made a smoothie. It's like my favorite. Where did I put it? Oh my gosh, why do I keep putting all my stuff so far? Why? It's wearing off, but I'm wearing that Marc Jacobs, my favorite lip gloss stick. This romper is from Sky from so long ago. So long ago. But I made a smoothie. It's one of my favorites. It's really easy. It's just, you can use pea milk or coconut almond milk, whatever non-milk base that you want to use. I like pea milk. That's one I use. It's like has protein and omega-3. My DHA, so I had to order a new one. People that asked me about it, so I'll finally link it down below. So the pea milk, and then I put 2 scoops of pea, it's like unflavored pea protein, and then I have in it spirulina and maca and frozen bananas and honey, and that's what you put in it. You can also add matcha to make it more of a matcha blend, and you can add, instead of the matcha, you can add espresso, make it like an espresso maca protein. So like after the gym, if you want to get like energy and sustainable energy and protein, you can do that, or you can remove the protein and just make it with frozen banana, espresso, and coconut milk and maca. So it's also, they sell it at Creation for like $12. That it's called Awake, and I was like, why am I paying $12 when I could make this myself? So a little smoothie hack of the smoothie I've been making. I did and put up my vlog for today. And in a little bit, I'm about to, like I said, go head out to film the video. I'm going to be filming it. I'm going to go with my mom. I'm really excited. I will bring try everything on the dressing room as well. I need to pick up a few things from Sephora. I don't know if Sephora has stuff I need. I'm out of my Hourglass Veil Powder. I need to pick up another Remarkable, because I just like to have it to mix because it's just a nice base. I also want to try that Dior Backstage Foundation. It's super light. I've been wearing the Clinique Beyond Perfecting, which is super light. But her Dior one is even lighter, and I just like the natural skin look lately. Like right now I'm wearing like the Beyond Perfecting, which I still think is it's a little bit like, before I was just wearing the tinted moisturizer, that Complexion Rescue from Bare Minerals, which is still amazing. But this is a little bit thicker, but I really like it. But I really want to try that one. And then I'm out of my concealer that I normally use, so I want to get a new under eye concealer. I really want to see if they have Kevyn Aucoin. I don't know if they have it at this mall, because I want to try that like foundation concealer base that's super like thick and nice and lasts. But we will do that. Also, I ordered something from Balenciaga, and it's coming in today, so I want to unbox it on here, exclusive for you guys first, because you guys are on here. So that's pretty much it. I want to film that 3rd video. I'm going to unbox Balenciaga, go to Sephora, and then in the evening I have hot yoga. Basically all morning I just wanted to do I wanted to get my work done before 3, or stuff I just needed to get done. I also, on my main channel, did post my booty workout routine, like my full kind of like, you can do it at home, you can do it at a gym booty workout that's, I think, amazing, and literally will lift and shape your ass and make it amazing and big, especially if you have protein after. So I posted that on my main channel if you want to check that out. But yeah, I basically want to do that, and then I'm gonna go film. It's weird because like I'm still, obviously it's like work, but it's like super, I just, the excitement and the feedback that you guys give me from my shop with me is making me so excited, and it like they fuel me, your comments, to go like film another one. So I'm so excited about that. And then yeah, I'm gonna go to hot yoga in the evening, which reminds me I need to grab clothes to change into in the evening for hot yoga. I'm going to, again, it's like a slow burn class. It's really relaxing. I'm not gonna lie, it's really not hard at all. Like, I don't know. I hope this one will be more challenging. I think it's a different instructor tonight, so maybe it'll be different. But the one time I took it was a guy, it was a substitute. And like, I don't know, it was really relaxing, but it wasn't a workout. We just basically laid around in a few poses. I feel as though I'm trying not to use like as much, honestly, because when I hear it back, it's frustrating, but it's just such a part of our dialogue, and then you don't really notice it until you talk to someone who doesn't say it a lot. My mom doesn't say like a lot, or my dad doesn't say like a lot, so it's like so contrasting, and a lot of people like around me, so I'm trying to cut that out. But I was saying, it's almost as if the other classes that I've taken were so much more difficult than this yoga class, so my base like of comparison is a lot higher. But it doesn't need to necessarily it doesn't necessarily need to be hard, but sometimes it's nice when you feel challenged in yoga, because then when you make progress you feel more accomplished, you know what I mean? But yeah, also I wanted to talk about another manifestation tool. Manifestation tool that I wanted to talk about with you guys. I can use it in a lot of different ways. I'm getting a lot of questions about it. The technical term is scripting, but a lot of people have done it before. Even before I knew what it was called, I would like do something similar. A lot of people would do something similar. People for like years, like my mom even said when she was little, it was like intuitive for her to do this. But what you do is, like, in a journal, you can write out your, like, whatever, like, let's say you just get an idea of something that makes you super excited. You can write out you doing that idea, fulfilling that idea, or you can write out a day in your life in a few years, or you can just write out your general goals. You just need to do it in a way that feels attainable and like fulfilling to you, because if you're writing it and it feels like it's unattainable, or it feels like it's far stretched, or it frustrates you, then you're just doing the opposite work, you know what I mean? You're just like putting back that like resistance and lack, which is the last thing you want in manifestation. Also, like, a few things people ask about manifestation, always really needs to be for the highest good of everyone. So if you're trying to manifest something that's like negative or violating, like, you know what I mean, like, it's like something everyone has to be kind of like on the same like boat and be like giving it like a heads up almost, in a sense. Or if it benefits the highest good of everyone, then that also will work. But so you could do is, like, you could write a day in your life a year from now. You could write your day in your life 5 years from now. I feel like it's sometimes better to do it further up, because it's more believable, because your mind is going to immediately go to how. That's how we're created. That's how our mind functions. We immediately need to figure out how. We have a game plan, or we're like how, or we have a task to do that day, and we immediately go to how. It's so logical for us to go to the how, but you know what I mean? Manifestations happen in ways that are unbelievable, and that your like logical mind could not even like come up with, because your logical mind uses what it's already taken in through your life as data, and then it tries to create solutions from that data. But obviously there's a lot that, you know, we haven't experienced. There's so much going on. There's so many dimensions. Like, we could talk about that, but there's just like there's so many variants. There's so much variety. There's so much energy. There's so much that could happen. Like, you know what I mean? In a day, you could make something that becomes popular overnight, and then within a year, you're like a millionaire. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to give you an example. And so your logical mind could have never even thought of that. It could have thought like, oh, at my job, how long would I have had to work to make that? You know what I mean? If that makes sense, like, your logical mind is going to try to create like solutions based off of current material availability. And so when you write things out further in the future, let's say 5 years, you have less resistance, because your mind already can comprehend, like, oh, a lot can change in 5 years. Some people, when they do it for a few months out or a year out, it's still really hard for someone to believe, like, how is it going to change so quickly? So sometimes I suggest doing it and do it however feels comfortable for you. If you can write it out in a few months or a year and it feels completely normal and believable, then do it, because yeah, then, you know what I mean, then it feels good, so it can come. But even if you write it out, that's your 5-year plan, it can come before then. I don't want people to think that if you write, oh, I'm going to have this in 5 years, that means that you're going to have to wait 5 years to get it. It can come anywhere in the span from now to the 5 years, but you just allowed that time. And you just need to allow that time so you have less resistance. So it's not even because you necessarily want it pushed back further, unless like you can reserve intention, like, no, I want this around this year, like I don't want it earlier, like, you know what I mean? But it's more so you have less resistance. So the affirmation or the scripting part is mostly to release resistance, because let's say you could write out that you could want it in 5 years and have no resistance because you believe you can have that, and so it can come in a year or less, you know what I mean? Or if you can write out you want it in a year but you have so much resistance, it could come later. So you want to just, the main thing is just to focus on your feelings and how does it feel? Does it feel believable? Does it feel real? Does it feel exciting? And you need to really just like sense, be honest with yourself, like, do I have resistance about this right now? Like, be honest, do I or do I not? And if so, how can I reword this, or how can I add time for me not to have resistance? A lot of people do this. You could do this for career things, or you could do this for like if you want to live somewhere, or you know what I mean. It can honestly be done for truly anything. But I've just been getting a lot of questions on it, so I wanted to touch up on it. It is, like I said, technically called scripting. You could even do small scripting, like let's say next month you really want, you have like a friend's birthday, a really fun day you want to have planned, and you want to have like the perfect day. You can sit and write out that day in order to like manifest the day. It's just the resistance part that gets, sometimes people ask like, oh, like how to get it exactly how you want it, and you have to remember like there are people, there's other variables. So sometimes if you want, like if you're saying like I want this person to act like this, if it serves their highest good, oftentimes it will work. But if it's something where it's like violating free will, it's hard to say. But if you were more general, like let's say you want to have a fun day with your friends next month, so you wrote out this like perfect script day. If you feel resistance about it, or you feel like there's too many people, you know, involved in that, maybe just write out a fun day in general and don't include necessarily like certain people in it. And then you can have that fun day with like your mom or whatever. Like let's say you met a friend at a workout class and you guys went and did something fun. Like you could have that same day on that vibration that you desired, guaranteed, because you didn't have like the resistance and you weren't like trying to, I don't want to say manipulate free will, but like almost put like someone's free will into your, you know what I mean, script. But you can do it for smaller things. Like you can write out something out like for a perfect day. If you want to say like in the next few months I want to have this perfect day, you can write it out and it most likely will happen. I mean, it will happen. You just need to watch. I don't want to say, I can't always say 100% it will, because I need, when you guys write it, you need to really check in with yourself to make sure you have no resistance. If you write it with no resistance and you sustain your resistance for long enough, I mean, it will happen. You just need to make sure that you believe it. That's like the biggest thing I can explain. I'm trying to see what other questions I've gotten about this, just like reflecting. But yeah, or if that seems stressful to you, and sometimes like it could seem like overwhelming, you're like, I don't want to sit and maybe script out I don't want to script out a day, I don't want to script out in a year, maybe that's overwhelming to you. And I completely understand. I'm just trying to answer everyone's kind of outlook. Then maybe do something general, like in your lifetime, how do you want to feel in your lifetime? Like if you can ask yourself these three questions in your lifetime, then if this feels like the least stressful or the least like intense option for you, like this other ones that you're seeming like a little nervous or stressed, or like this, it feels like it's so much work, then do this. Sit and just write down three questions just for your lifetime. One is like, what do you want to experience? So just, I don't know, this is so general. It could be like, I want to experience, I don't know, like having a family, blah blah, or it could be, I want to experience riding a jet ski in Bora Bora, like, you know what I mean? It could be, so I want to experience like hitting our first million with our company, you know what I mean? Something like that. It could be really general, like I want to experience seeing my puppy run into, I don't know, like I'm trying to like my puppy run into my boyfriend or my husband's arms. You know, it could be anything. I'm just trying to explain how general it could be. And you could write like out a list of that, and then the more you feel it as you write it, the better. And then because you wrote that for your lifetime, you almost have no resistance, because you're like, I have the rest of my life, of course it can happen, you know? You feel like there's so much time, of course it can happen, and so you don't have any of that resistance. And then that's why those things in your life will 100% manifest. And then you can do, the next thing I would say is, what are things that I want to have? I feel like there's a lot of times there's this like negative connotation around material items. Maybe people who don't have a full understanding think like, oh, like why would you want items? Like, we're here as conscious creators to manifest, and as we have desires and we expand desires, we manifest things. And material things aren't good or bad, you know what I mean? Material things, there's material things, and it brings joy, you know what I mean, to want something and then to create it and then to bring it into your experience, and to want something and create it to bring it into your experience. There's nothing negative about that. We all have that ability, like everyone. And you watching this right now in their lifetime can manifest the material things that they want. People may have different starting points, 100%, I can agree with you on that, but everyone has that same ability as conscious co-creators to manifest any, you know, material items into your life. So you can write out, what do I want to have in this lifetime? I mean, you can go over, I mean, main things people go over, house, car, whatever. This is more material, but you can, because experiences, if you wanted like friends or relationships or family, things like that, I put that in the first one, but this is more material items. And then the last question, which is the most important question, is what do I want to contribute in this lifetime? Like, what do I want to give back? Like, we're here to share. Everyone has a purpose, whether for someone that's to share through painting, or someone to share as a teacher, or someone to share as a doctor, or someone to share as like me, who just you know what I mean, who wants to like raise collective consciousness and move everyone forward and give everyone information that they can create their dream lives and they're not some victim of some life in like this like matrix, and that like you truly do have the ability to cut that out. I just want everyone to know, you know, and like lift the consciousness that we all know that we can create our best lives, and to give you the tools and resources and as much information and love and support so that you can create the dream life for you. Like that's, I feel like, my main contribution is how I feel. I'm very passionate about that. And so what it could be something for you. Maybe you want to contribute just making people happy, or you have something you really want to create, or you have something you really want to share with the world, a talent or a skill, or you dance or sing or play guitar or violin, or you know what I mean, whatever. Or whatever it may be, like that could be your contribution, and to really focus on what you want to give back. And that's what gives you purpose. And when you have purpose, you feel so supported and so aligned, and that's when you feel the best. That's when you have purpose. You know, people say they're lost or upset when people get like into those types of things. It's because they feel like they've lost their sense of purpose. A lot of times they haven't lost it, they just let go of one that wasn't their purpose. They're trying to find it, you know what I mean? Once you're doing what you know you're meant to do, and you feel like this, you feel like almost like the universe is like hugging you from behind and like holding you, and like it's gonna hold you steady because you just have that like unlimited support, you know what I mean? So you can be general on what you want to contribute, and then the universe will bring you the opportunities and people and places in order for you to set up what you need to contribute, or for you to continue doing so. So yeah, that's kind of like I wanted to go over. This is already 17 minutes. I've just got a lot of questions on scripting, so I wanted to answer those. But yeah, I'm just going to finish up. I'm probably going to clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to go head out to go film the next Shop With Me video. So stay tuned for that on my main channel.
Promise me you can live it. Don't hang around if you can't stay. But the moon and stars sure look pretty when it's all